You guys open yet? Okay. District Court, Municipal Court, Superior Court, Jennifer, she's a prosecutor, Freda. I faxed all the information over. I got a file here, but everything that pertains in that file, I gave her the referral form, the car accident, the Wash Collision State Patrol collision report, the 411, 401 South City Hall, Moses Lake, and the inquiry on the manifest for abstract from Mr. Vasquez. And there's no traffic, there's no warrants, nothing, no outstanding warrants, California warrants. And I also gave him the San Luis Obispo UBI number for the water bill and sewer bill where they collect. And I also faxed it, submitted, put a cover letter on it for Uzi. And the Work Source Center, they have a brand new laptop systems there. Andy Miller left him messages and leaving information. They said I had outstanding warrants and resisting arrest, and they said I assaulted officers, and they said I was in the 24 fitness and stealing for people, signed contracts. I'm in talking to the chief of police. The officers, I dragged them all the way into the police station just to try to stop me for going to the police station. I said, well, you can go ahead and fill out the documentation. I'm calling the state patrol office. You could better produce some documentation. I'm calling the sheriff's office, and your housing child molester here at the 210 West Broadway is a sheriff, undersheriff, and the staff member. You're having sex with Jean Marie Bolt, and plus you're using the identity for Roberta Barela, and you're using the identity for Lola Hernandez, and I got you for child support, and I also got you for incredibly identity false information as a police officer, and you're wearing even a police officer, and they didn't give me no card or nothing. So I told her that. And then I sat there for 3 hours at Municipal Court on Wheeler Road. He wouldn't give me the documentation. So the City Hall, I brought Ted, Levette, and Amber, the jewelry store owners. Across the street is Azteca, those owners there.
Yeah.
So when the mother and father told me that there's a police officer coming the back entranceway, I said, well, why don't you just shoot him? And if he breaks you in, go ahead and shoot him. He's got a gun on you and he's intimidating you. And you said you're going to put a restraining order and try to arrest me inside Azteca. So I went across the street and told Todd and told Amber what happened at the Walker's Furniture. When he pulled a knife on me, and then over at the job he pulled a knife on me, he says, give me the key or I'll just stab you. So I took the UBI number and went to City Hall and submitted it to Andy Miller's office. The roof was coming down. I called him code enforcement. The roof came down with water. It was wintertime. So the water was dripping all over the place. So I said, well, is he trying to charge me for the damage on the roof? Because they got cameras. I was exercising. Yeah. And I just leave. And his name's Garza. He's a sheriff. He came into City Hall. Oh, why don't you smile? It's not funny. Department License Vasquez, I have no traffic violation or nothing. So I took that document and served the public defender and the prosecutor. Mr. Flick was the administrator back then. Is he still active, or he's out of the Bar Association completely in Superior Court?
I don't know.
But Andy Miller on Andy Miller CO Benton, Washington, U.S. shows his bottom enlistments, but it shows all the Wash State bar numbers. And Mr. Eric Benson does not practice John Cooney no more. His bar number is 34163. And he disbarred and kicked him out of the administration of the law Cooney and Gonzaga University. But he has practice, you can practice or malpractice and whatnot. But I got the referral form. I left that out on your file. But that Jennifer was saying, why don't you go to Othello? I said, well, whatever the stipulation is. So I did. I went to talk, and I went upstairs and they put a docket on the wall. The referral form and the doctor's first name, last name, the doctor's blood testing, inquiry, the medication in, the processing, and there's no diseases, gonorrhea, collapse, syphilis, or any stages A or stages B and AIDS. And I have no stipulation orders. I'm at the CPS office. When they attacked me at 1340, I was fine. Those officers attacked me, but I went all the way into the police station, put them on YouTube Streamline. And that's Amanda Vaughn, and that's Amanda Cepeda Garza. and also the mother and father, and they told me to quit coming. They didn't give me intervals of time to come to go to City Hall. I was filling out a collision report. I was hit with a Trailblazer 4-door by Stephanie Jordan Main Swanberg. And that Swanberg practices at Benton County in federal ordinances as a judge. Before that, a public counsel. Before that, a prosecutor. And before that, he was assimilating and being a police officer in trade to be a judge. And you can't do that. Jean Marie Bolt is married. She has kids and children with others. And Lola Hernandez Vasquez and the Department of License, they said they have information on information on information, and I asked for that for $13. I go in there and submit the information. It says Department of Licensing on it now. So they're child molesters, and they're hiding them as in badge uniforms. It's pretty sad. But I'm just saying, Scutney Elementary teacher, they get me involved in all that. I'm not getting... They were housed at 225 10th Avenue, and they were molested by that teacher. And in fact, they're coming over on Cimaron 5 and having a banquet party at a restaurant. And the chief of police drove that girl from Moses Lake, and he had sex with that girl. And Anderson, and they're saying they're trying to provide service. He didn't do nothing for nobody. I saw him at the bank, U.S. Bank, Chase Bank, and they got in my vault credit, and they got my Google password, they got my computer laptop, and I changed the passwords. But they asked me why. I said, well, the reason why, because you're going to the locker, going through my bag, I have no weapons or nothing. So what are you looking for? I said, well, I'm going to take the laptop, I'm going to give it to the prosecutor and the federal prosecutor. I'm in the federal courtroom at Lee and Jadwin and Kennedy building. I was upstairs, and they're saying I wasn't. I am, and it was the judge I was eating with. And those Navy SEALs and the administration officers and the Marine Corps threatened the judge. So whatever I say, what I did, I didn't do nothing wrong. And the 24/7, Mr. Dillon and the black guy with purple highlights, and the janitor lady, and also the red-headed beard guy, and the red-headed has red beret hat. He returned the laptop, but when the Mexican gave it back to him, it was damaged. So I went a police report. So he goes to the insurance company, and then goes Staples. I got insurance. I get a laptop, no charge, nothing, nope. I paid for no charge. All I need was that police. And then Dylan goes, oh, you got to go back. I don't want you back here. I said, well, I'm going to City Hall. There's Dean, Dick, Sophie, and also administration officer, the new mayor and the mayor after that. And that's D. Hogue, the aquatic center at International Airport. He does the practice for coaching. He got his degree in vocational services, not a professional MBA or master's degree like Amanda Payton in psychology, behavioral sciences classes. That reasoning, but yeah, that's Hogue. So Hogue testified, and I left everything in the lockers, in key and lock. So if they want to go in there and go through information and download, I'll give it to the prosecutor and the mayor and have them prosecute. And this is District Court. 425 Main Street.